Welcome back, guys, to another story that has been submitted. It's from a guy that had a trip to Phuket, Pattaya and Bangkok, and he fell for a girl in Phuket. He went back to see her, and then when he went home, they tried to start a relationship, but things are not really working out good for him. So, let's take a listen. I thought it was time for me to join the subscribers that have submitted their own story about meeting a Thai girl, and now they are in a state of not knowing what to do. The girl I met is not a bar girl, but close enough. She worked in a massage parlour. I know, my story sounds bad already. So, I recently took a trip to Thailand for a few weeks to get out of the US for a short break. The plan was fly to Phuket for a week, then fly to Bangkok and head to Pattaya before returning back to Bangkok to fly home. Pattaya really piqued my interest after looking at all the videos on YouTube. It looked like heaven for people like me. I travelled with a friend, but our second day in Phuket, he got sick from what we suspect was food poisoning. With him being sick, he ended up staying in the hotel, so I went out by myself. We were staying close to the beach and right next to Bargirl Road, so we were already close to all the bars. It was still pretty early, around 8 p.m, but I took a walk down Bargirl Road, and in no less than 5 minutes I met a cute Thai freelancer who agreed to take me to her room for 1,500 baht. The room she took me to was a very small, shady place. It looked like something out of a horror movie. We had a fun time, but it was a very short time, and she was eager to get back out to Bargirl Road again. I told her that I would come back to her sometime, gave her 500 baht tip, and left to make my way back onto the strip. I went to a couple of the bars that were open and had a few beers, chatted to a few girls, and paid for a couple of lady drinks. An hour or so later, walking back to the hotel, I had to walk through a wall of massage parlours, with the girls outside grabbing me, asking me if I want a massage. I had already been satisfied that night, so I declined the massages over and over again. By now, I am walking in the middle of the road just to avoid the massage girls grabbing me. It wasn't until I got closer to home and turned left towards my hotel that an absolute beautiful young girl grabbed me and asked if I wanted a massage. I looked at her and said, "No thanks, I'm just about to go back to my room." She looked at me and pouted her face, giving me a sad expression. I laughed and asked, "How much?" She said 500 baht. I replied, "Wow, that's cheap, I can't refuse." She smiled, grabbed my hand and led me upstairs in the massage parlour. She confirmed that it would be 500 baht for a full body oil massage with very little extras. I replied, "That's fine." I must say, she gave me one of the best massages I had ever had. It was relaxing and exciting at the same time. Towards the end, she said for an extra 500 baht, she would give me the famous Thai happy ending massage. The position I was already in, I could not refuse. And I'm glad I didn't. It was fantastic. That being said, I was not finished and wanted more. I asked if we could do anything else. She said for an extra 1,000, she can take me up to the room upstairs on the 3rd floor of the parlour. So off we went to the 3rd floor, where I had some of the best you-know-what I had ever had before. She clearly was not new to this game. She did not rush, nor did I. We actually ended up staying there until around 1 a.m. when the massage parlour was closing. Before leaving, I asked if I could come and see her again the next night. She agreed, and I left the parlour a very happy man with a big smile on my face. The next day, my friend was feeling a little better, but still did not want to go out as he was in the toilet every 10 minutes and thought it would be safer if he stays at the hotel. Secretly, I was happy to go out alone again, as I wanted to go back to the massage parlour and see that beauty again. So that night, I went out alone again, and I headed straight to the massage parlour, hoping for a replay of the previous night. When I got there, I couldn't see her, so I asked some of the girls outside where she was. "Busy," they said. "Come back in an hour." I went for a beer at a bar close by for about an hour, but was not interested in any of the girls there. So after an hour, I went back to the massage parlour, but my lady was still busy and nowhere to be seen. She must be in the middle of what we did last night. Ah well, I called it a night and went home. I wasn't in the mood to do much else. I did not want to wait around for her like a creep, and to be honest, I wouldn't really want to do much with her after she has already been busy. The next day, yes, you guessed it, I fancied my chances again, so I went back to the parlour. Like a lost dog looking for its owner, I was an easy farang target now. She was nowhere to be seen again, but this time, one of the girls told me to wait as she was going to tell her that I'm outside. 10 minutes of awkwardness stood outside with the other girls. Mine came downstairs, smiling from ear to ear. She told me that she had heard that I came to see her last night and was upset that the girls did not tell her until this morning. She told them to tell her if I come again, even if she was busy with another customer. We did the same as the first night, and it was just as good. The next day, which was Friday, I went for round 3. Only this time when we finished, I plucked up the courage to ask her if I could take her out on a date the following night. She told me that she really wanted to come with me, but I would have to pay her boss 500 baht for her to leave the shop. That was a little price to pay to take this babe on a date, so that was fine with me. And for the date, we went for a few drinks, not on Bangla Road, but close by, and then we got a taxi to Phuket Old Town, where we went to a restaurant. We had a great night together and finished off in my hotel room, but she did not spend the night with me. Although I paid the fine for her to not work and paid for the date, I did not have to pay her for anything else we did at the hotel. The day after the date, me and my friend had plans to go and fly to Bangkok and then go up to Pattaya. I had been excited about Pattaya since we booked the trip. I thought it was going to be the highlight of my trip. However, because I had met this girl, really all I wanted to do now was stay in Phuket. I wanted to see my massage girl one last time, just to say bye. So I went up before leaving and said goodbye to her, gave her a kiss and said thanks for the time. She gave me a kiss back, said that she hopes to see me again, gave me her line and told me to keep in touch with her. I left with a smile on my face, but couldn't help thinking if I'll ever see her again because I had such a wonderful date with her. Well, when we leave a girl in Thailand, we move on to the next one, right? Nope, not for me. When we were in Pattaya, even surrounded by hundreds of other Thai ladies, willing and ready to party, I just could not stop thinking of my massage girl. It was clear to me that I had fell for the traps and did not leave my heart at the airport like many people suggest. Going out with my friend in Pattaya, I kind of felt sorry for him. I showed no interest in other girls and I just kept talking his ear off about the girl from Phuket. Don't get me wrong, Pattaya seems like an absolutely insane place, and I would have loved it if I had not been in the situation I was in. I can 100% see why single men go to Pattaya and fully understand why men move there. It seems like it could be very addictive. I don't know any place that even comes close to Pattaya at home. I would say Pattaya is better than Phuket for single men. That's if you don't already have a girl on your mind like I did. I would be constantly messaging her online and we would call when she weren't busy at work. I must have been the only sad guy in Pattaya that stayed in his hotel room because he was talking on the phone to a girl from Phuket. Pathetic, I know. It's not that I was unhappy in Pattaya, it's just that no other girl interested me at that time. So after Pattaya, me and my friend went to Bangkok and hit the famous Khao Sam Road. I'm not sure about everyone else, but Khao Sam Road really is not for me. I can't get my head around why it's so popular. It's just one semi-big street that is absolutely packed with loud music coming out of every bar. Even when you sit down at one of the bars, you can hear 3 different songs coming from the other bars. I did try having fun, but at the back of my mind, the beautiful massage girl stuck. No matter what I did, all the tourist stuff, visiting temples, hitting the bars, Nana Plaza, nothing came close to the date with her. I did chat with a few girls in Nana Plaza and had a bit of fun, but everything remained in the bar and I did not take any of these girls. I wanted to see my Phuket girl so bad that I decided to go back to her. I booked a flight and just 1 week after leaving, I'm back at the hotel in Phuket. I had told her via line that I would be coming back to Phuket because I wanted to see her, and she seemed really excited about that. She even took time off work to come and pick me up at the airport. She gave me a big hug and a kiss when she saw me. Shortly after meeting, we went to the hotel, the same one I stayed in previously, and she stayed with me there for the next 3 nights. As you can imagine, we had a lot of fun. Again, I had a wonderful time with this girl, and I could feel myself falling for her. I can't believe I'm in this position. I knew at the time it was a mistake going back for her, but I just couldn't help it. All the warnings and rules I had heard about just completely left my brain. She told me her family lived about 6-hour drive from Bangkok by bus, and that she is in Phuket just for work. She actually told me a lot about her life, that she is only doing massages to make money for her son who still lives with her parents, but would rather be there with them. During our 3 nights together, she jokingly said we should get married and started calling me her future husband, and I would call her my future wife. Cringe alert, I know. Originally, I was meant to fly from Bangkok to the US, but as I went back to Phuket, I had to book a new flight, but it was totally worth it. The friend I travelled with stayed in Bangkok, by the way. He got friendly with a girl there and decided to stay and get the original flight. My girl took me to the airport and we said our goodbyes. I thought that was it between us, and I headed back to Bangkok and then to the US. I thought once I got home, I would forget about her and put this down as a great experience. Well, that did not happen. In fact, I messaged her as soon as I got back home. Since I have been home, we have called each other a lot. Sometimes 3 to 4 times a day when we are both free. We are constantly messaging each other because she says that she has a lot of free time at work and is hardly ever busy. A couple of weeks after being home, she finally quit her job and moved back to be with her son and parents. She knew that she would be missing out on money, but she claims she did not make much at work anyway and wanted to be with her family. I did offer to help out a little bit and sent her a little money here and there, but nothing that would break the bank. I agreed to give her just $2,000 a week until she gets back on her feet again after leaving her job. As time went on, I fell crazy in love with her, and she said the same to me. We even ended up speaking about marriage. In the future, she wants to come here so we can start a family together and start a new life. She makes me so happy. Like every time we hang the phone up, I just couldn't wait to talk to her again. She really did brighten up my day. The idea is for me to go back to Thailand once I can, get married, and then try and get her to the US. We are also currently exploring possibilities of getting her a visa so she can come to the US. The fiancé visa seems the most suitable for her to stay with me a long time. I can't explain it. She just makes me so happy. I'm willing to spend the rest of my life with her and raise her son as my own. Call me stupid, because if I hadn't met her and I was reading this story from someone else, I would think they are stupid as well. We have even spoke about having a child of our own. She wants a little girl, but I want a boy. I planned on going back in a couple of months to spend some more time with her so we can start getting what we need for the visa process, such as photos together and proof we have actually met. However, all good things must come to an end. Even though our relationship had been an online relationship for the most part, it was still good. But here is where everything took a turn for the worse. One day, she told me that the following weekend she would be very busy because there will be a big party in her village and all the family would be travelling up there. I fully understand that. Of course she is going to have a social life, even if she is in a relationship with me. It was nothing suspicious. I just thought it was a family thing, so I did not really worry. She even told me not to worry, but did say that she probably won't be able to talk to me much during that time, as she will be busy with family. Again, that was fine with me, and I appreciate her for being honest and not just ignoring me. Well, that did not really work out. We went from FaceTime every day to just calling each other as the Wi-Fi was terrible where she was, and then to absolutely no time. We used to always find time to contact each other, even if one of us were busy, but one day it all just stopped. She barely sent me any messages. I was lucky to get a morning text from her, and that was it for the rest of the day. I would keep texting her throughout the day, not like an obsessed person, but just checking in on her and to see what is going on. When I did finally get to talk to her for 5 minutes on the phone, she assured me that everything is fine and that she was just really busy. Her excuses would be like, no signal, Wi-Fi is bad, too many family members there for her to talk. The list goes on. She claims that she still wants to get married and move with me in the future and start a family. She wants me to come back to Thailand soon so we can get married and start a future together. I just can't understand. If that is what she really wants, then maybe she should make an effort, even if she is busy. It feels like it's just all words from her and no action. I don't think I'm asking too much from her, or am I being too pushy? I am worried that I may be a bit too clingy, and I might ruin things if I keep overthinking. But when talking about things such as starting a family together and getting married, then I think it's obvious that I am going to want to make sure it's what we both want. Maybe I just need to relax a bit and believe that she is actually with her family and she is that busy that she cannot even call me. But put yourself in my position. Would you believe she is busy, or would you be having negative thoughts? I am just beside myself in love with this girl. I'm really in too deep. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm sat here alone, making myself feel sick thinking about her. I just want to talk to her, but she doesn't answer my calls or reply to my texts. I do message her a few times a day. I'm lucky to get a reply, and when I do get a reply, it's always a short answer or one-word reply. Have I fell for a trick? Does she have a boyfriend in the village? That's why she can't talk to me? Or even worse, is she still married? If she is married, do Thai husbands really allow their wives to work in places like Phuket and Pattaya? I do not think she is married because she has spoke about me and her getting married, but maybe she does have a Thai boyfriend she is not telling me about. She claims that her son's father is completely out of the picture and hasn't seen him since she fell pregnant with her child. Apparently, she has only heard from him once since, and that's when he needed money for his family, and she just cut him off. Even though I have gotten to know her well since our first meeting, I still don't really know her in reality. Our relationship has only been for a short time in person, and then the rest of it has been online, so there is still a lot I don't know. It actually feels good writing this. It feels like I'm talking to someone about my problems, getting it all off of my chest. It is hard to seek for advice from friends or family, as they are all settled down and never been to Thailand. They would probably tell me to run as far away from her as possible and not look back. And maybe they would be right, but I would rather hear from people that have been to Thailand and ended up falling for one of these girls. I guess time will tell what happens in the future, but right now my head is a complete mess. The more I do research about girls there, the worse it gets, because for every good story, there is 10 bad stories. I keep making excuses for her not replying to me or calling me, but I always lead back to, if she really does love me, then she would find time to call me. I have stopped sending her money, even though it was only a small amount. I said if she can't find the time to talk to me like she used to, then I'm not going to keep helping out, and I think that is a fair thing for me to say. Well, that's it. I just want to believe she is just busy, but I'm having a hard time convincing myself of it. If any of you listeners are wondering what happened to my friend that I went to Thailand with, well, once we got home, he cut all contact with his Bangkok girl and put it down to an experience. I am now wishing that I did the same. Any advice is welcome. as she really did steal my heart.